When I was 7, I had a friend no one else could see. His name was Milo. He lived in the corner of my room, behind the old wooden dresser. Every night, I'd whisper stories to him, and he'd whisper something back. My parents thought I was lonely, so they smiled whenever I mentioned him. They didn't hear the floorboards creak when he moved, or see the shadow that stretched a little too far across the wall. At first, Milo only appeared at night. I'd wake to find my toys arranged in circles or my closet door slightly open. He said he'd like to play while I was sleeping. One night, I asked him what he looked like. His whisper came from the dark, gentle but wrong. Like you, but better. The next morning, my reflection in the mirror looked strange. My smile stayed a second longer than it should have. I told my mom, but she laughed and said I had an active imagination. Weeks passed. The house began to feel colder, even when the heater was on. My drawings changed too. I used to draw trees and animals, but now every paper showed a tall, dark figure with long arms and a white smile. My teacher asked who it was. I said, Milo. She frowned and said the name sounded familiar. That night she called my parents. I heard them whispering in the hallway, voices low and scared. That night Milo was angry. The closet door banged 3 times. I hid under my blanket, but I could still hear him breathing beside my bed. His voice wasn't soft anymore. It scraped against the walls. "You told," he hissed. The lights flickered, and my stuffed bear slid across the floor like something invisible had kicked it. I screamed, but no one came. When my parents rushed in, the room looked normal again, except for the mirror. My reflection wasn't matching me. It smiled before I did. The next day, my teacher didn't come to school. They said she'd gone missing overnight. The police searched her house and found drawings, just like mine, of a tall figure standing behind a child's bed. My mom made me sleep in her room after that. She moved the dresser out of my room and painted over the walls. For a while, things felt better. The house grew warm again. I started to forget about Milo. Years later, after we moved away, I came back to visit that old house. The new owners had a little boy about the same age I was back then. He waved at me from the window, smiling wide. In his hand was one of my old drawings, the one of Milo standing behind the bed. As I turned to leave, the lights inside flickered once, and in the reflection of the glass door, I saw 2 figures, waving. Only one of them was the boy.